For all you Rounders fans out there, here is my old version of Steve Weber's old version of the Luke Jordan song, Cocaine Blues. Luke Jordan was one of those guys in the 20s who did half a dozen records and that's it. He was very good. And I think he did take too much cocaine and didn't last all that long. But it's a heck of a song. And I haven't played it in a long time. But here you go. Baby in the cradle down in New Orleans, Dr. kept on whipping till the baby got mean. Baby in the cradle down in New Orleans, Dr. kept on whipping till the baby got mean. Dr. kept on whipping till the baby got sore. I believe her, she said, I can't smell no more. I cried, oh, run, doctor, ring the bell. The women in the alley, well, I'm simply wild about the cocaine. Furniture man come to my house, it was last Sunday morning. She's long been gone. Got his truck up to my house, took everything I had, took it on back to his furniture store. Lordy, I did feel bad. I called my Cora. Cora comes sniffing with her nose all so. A poor baby said I can't smell no more. I cried, oh, run, doctor, run the bell. The women in the alley, well, I'm simply well upon my cocaine. What in the world does any man need? Tell me, Mr. Furniture Man. You know I'll pay you back, you know I really will. And you certainly know I can't. You took everything in a poor man's house, from a skillet to a frying pan. If there ever was a devil without any horns, it must have been a furniture man. I called my Cora. Cora got my sniffing with a nose also. Oh, baby said, I can't smell no more. I cried, oh, run, doctor, ring the bell. The women in the alley, well, I'm a simple world of the good cocaine. Woof. Ah, yes. Run, doctor, ring the bell. The women in the alley. This is a somewhat incoherent fellow leaning his head out the window and saying to the women in the alley, run and ring the doctor's bell. We need some help up here. I love that. Hi, folks. Welcome to show 94. Here, look at this time lag. Isn't that great? You see the third one? I've never noticed how much a microphone looks like an ice cream cone until that moment. Ice cream. I had a lot of ice cream the other day. By a lot of ice cream, I mean I was at a party where they served ice cream, and at the end of it, they had all these, I don't know if they were 5 gallons or 3 gallon, but these containers of organic ice cream. They're delicious. A chocolate, a strawberry, and a vanilla. And I'm a kind of vanilla guy, so you'd never know it. But I took the vanilla home. And it melted a little on the way home, but I just couldn't see eating all of it. So I went to the neighbors. They have a family with 2 kids. And I said, here, have some ice cream. And I gave them at least a quart of wonderful organic vanilla ice cream. It made me feel like Santa Claus. And then I took a lot home also because there was a lot left, and now I have over a pint of it at home, which makes me feel sort of piggy. But who knows? Maybe I can get somebody else, somebody real skinny, to come over and eat the rest of it. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to look for someone who's kind of heavy to eat half of it. Well, heck, any of my friends who want some ice cream can have some. Now let's get back to business. And now, the highly recognizable Lovesick Blues, a gigantic hit by Hank Williams. In the 40s, in 1951? Oh gosh, when was it? Anyway, he got it from Emmett Miller. Emmett Miller, who did it in the 20s. Emmett Miller did it in another way. He did what Hank Williams does as the bridge, as the opening verse. And that's the way I'm going to do it. Well, I'm in love with a beautiful girl. That's what's the matter with me. I'm in love with a beautiful girl, but she don't care about me. Oh, well, I'll try to keep her satisfied, but she just wouldn't stay. And now that she is leaving, this is all I can say. I got a feeling 'cause I blues out, Lord, when my baby says goodbye. And I don't know what I'll do. All I do is sit inside. Oh Lord, that last long day when she said goodbye. Lord, I thought I would cry. She'll do me, she'll do you. She's got that kind of love. How I used to love to hear her call me sweet Daddy. Such a beautiful dream. I hate to think it's all over. I lost my heart, it seems. I've grown so used to you somehow, and I'm nobody's sugar daddy now when I'm alone. I got the lovesick blues. Inside, oh Lord, that last long day when she says goodbye. I thought I would die. She'll do me, she'll do you. She's got that kind of loving. How I used to love to hear her call me sweet Daddy. A beautiful dream. I hate to think it's all over. I lost my heart, it seems. I've grown so used to you somehow, and I'm nobody's sugar daddy now. I'm lonesome. I got the lovesick blues. Lovesick Blues. I put in the credits about a week later, and that's how I do the show. Oh yeah, when I get that editing done, it's just about time to leave, and the last techie is out the door. Well, it's 1:11, and that warms my heart. I think I've spoken of this. Yep. Thank you very much. Excellent, excellent. Just stay on that as long as it says 1:11. Often I stare at the clock at 11:11 at night, of course, when I'm in bed, and I just talk to the clock until it finally says 1:12. Okay, next song. Anybody who likes Bob Dylan knows this song, I think. And I gotta say, I took a verse out. I took out the last verse, and I changed the order of the other four. Well, two of the other four. I don't know, Dylan just brings that out in me. This came out in about 1966, and all I can say is, wow. Ain't it just like the night to play tricks when you're trying to be so quiet? We will sit here stranded, though we're all doing our best to deny it. The lights flicker from the opposite loft, and in this room the heat pipes just cough. The country music station plays soft, but there's really nothing to turn off. Just Louise and her lover, so entwined, and these visions of Johanna that conquer my mind. We're a little boy lost, he takes himself so seriously. He brags of his misery, he likes to live dangerously. When bringing her name up, he speaks of a farewell kiss to me. Well, he's sure got a lot of gold to be so useless and all, muttering small talk at the wall while I'm in the hall. Oh, how can I explain? It's so hard to get on. And these visions of Johanna, they kept me up past the dawn. Well, inside the museums, infinity goes up on trial. Voices echo, this is what salvation must be like after a while. The Mona Lisa must have had the highway blues. You cannot tell by her smile. See the primitive wallflower freeze as the jelly-faced women all sneeze. Hear the one with a mustache say, geez, I can't find my knees. Jewels and binoculars heard from the head of the mule, and these make it all seem so cruel. In the empty lot where the ladies play blind man's bluff with the keychain, and the all-night girls who whisper escapades out on the D train. We can hear the night watchman click his flashlight, ask himself if it's him or them who's insane. Louise, she's all right, she's just near. She's delicate, seems like the mirror, but she makes it all too concise and too clear that Johanna's not here. The ghost of electricity howls in the bones of her face. Well, these visions of Johanna have now taken my place. I really love that you don't get to see Johanna at all. He's having visions of Johanna, and he speaks of the visions of Johanna. And the visions of Johanna are taking over. They're taking over him. But we don't see any visions of Johanna. It's great. It's a classic. Blonde on Blonde. What an album. Michael Hurley did an album called Blue Navigator. It didn't reach a whole lot of people because the warehouse burned down. I don't know if this song is on any other of his albums. It's called Code of the Mountains. And, you know, some of his songs, or of course some of any number of people's songs, make you say, and some of them make you say, huh? This one makes it all the way to, what? But that has to do with the code of the mountains. You see, you don't have the code of the mountains, and you don't understand the code of the mountains. It's quite a song. He has another song where he speaks of the code of the county. County boys. I'll play that some other time. Code of the Mountains, from what I think was the 80s. I am going up among the stars, out in the western hills, where wolves are howling in the bars, and the black owl never kills, where the code of the mountains is the law. Jocko the hobo, his friend Mr. C, and their buddy old Zeke Boone, they were drinking in the honking duck. The he started about noon, where the core of the mountains is the love. So many times, says Boone, I died, but I come back to life, to drink black ale and wear montail and stick folks with my knife, where the cold of the mountains is the love. They come and flapping at the back door, and a wolverine walked in with a long black cloak that swept the floor, a machine gun under the chin, where the cold of the mountains is the Lord. He said, I did not come to kill you all, I only want seek boon. If you kindly step up against the wall, oh Zeke, be dying soon, where the cold of the mountains is the love. Now before you kill me, Mr. Wolverine, you have a pull of my wine. I made it up on Blueberry Hill in the sweet of summertime, where the cold of the mountains is the love. I believe I will, says the Wolverine. I'll have a pull of that wine. Then a smile reached all across his teeth, and his eyes began to shine, where the cold of the mountain is the love. Great God from Louisiana, said the Wolverine, I believe I seen the light. All this time I thought Boone was wrong, and now I think he's right, where the cold of the mountains is the love. But hell, says Jocko the hobo, let's call for another round. This Wolverine come to kill your Boone, and you turned his head around, where the cold of the mountains is the love. That's a a good idea, said the Wolverine. I'll have another pull of that wine. Well, no, 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 said Boone the dog, 'cause you ain't no friend of mine. Well, the cold of the mountains is the law. Isn't this just a beautiful bunch of color, beautiful bunch of atmosphere? It's at 37 minutes. Well, that may not mean too much to you. It's at 37 minutes. Many, many, many things take 37 minutes, right? Some things take 37 minutes in the oven. Some things take 37 minutes to get into the oven. Some applications can take 37 minutes to fill out. Some exercises can take 37 minutes to do. A walk at a brisk pace for a mile or two can take 37 minutes. I'm sure there's a lot more. If you were a jet pilot, you could probably say, I could get to Colorado in 37 minutes. 37 minutes doesn't really mean a heck of a lot, does it? But it does to us because that's how long we've already recorded. Now we've already recorded 38. It's getting to the end. It's getting to the end of the tape. We have a tape that lasts about 42 minutes, and of course I edit that down to about 29 minutes. So I can get rid of some of this. Some of the stuff that I would never want to have anyone look at. Thank you so much for attending the performance of show 94. It's been wonderful doing 94 of these shows for you. And when we get to 100, you know, it'll be about 2 years. I've been doing this show for an entire 2 years. First one was in November or December. I think it was the end of November in 2010. Incredible. Just amazing. I got a haircut. That's probably why you can stand to look at this shot. I probably would be too embarrassed to show this shot if I hadn't just gotten a haircut, because you used to look pretty wild and woolly back there. You know that lawns didn't exist before the lawnmower was invented? Nobody played golf. All they had was a scythe. S-C-Y-T-H-E. So you couldn't have an even bunch of grass. So, lawns. Perhaps not one of the best things about modern civilization. It's like the face of your property. You want it to be clean shaven? There it is. Thank you so much for coming. And I hope you're doing something good, even better, after the show is done. I hope that you have a glint in your eye, and as soon as the show is over, you're going to do something that's really nice, better than watching TV. Much, much